My boy Professional, man.
Yes, sir.
Hey there.
What's going on? I'm trying to get it right.
You got the whole team there?
Something like that. We were just in the middle of working, trying to get our thoughts together.
Look, I told Mario, I say, man, I was finna text Monte, get D in here.
We all together.
Man, you know my server bad, so it'd be hard to reach me.
It's okay. I'm glad you were able to take the time to talk to us. So we really appreciate you taking time to sit down and answer our questions. So what I'll do is I'll just start off with one of my questions, and then I will get right into the fans' questions, okay?
All right, cool.
All right, so tell us how you got started building motors, building on cars, and being in the car world.
Oh, that's an easy question. Well, probably about maybe 13, 14 years ago, I worked with a guy that built motors, and he built the motor for me. I put it in my car, and he didn't finish it. So I was calling him like every day, come finish my car, can you please? He would never come finish it. So I had to finish it myself and didn't really know what I was doing. I got the car running, and it ran halfway okay. And then it probably lasted about maybe 3 weeks before the motor blew. And I said, well, I'm going to try it one more time. So I took it somewhere else, and I paid to have another engine built for me. And it didn't last a month before it blew. And then after that, I said, well, now I'm just started doing it on myself. If I'm going to be mad for spending money, I said, I'm going to be mad at myself. So then that's how it started. I built my first car and went from there. Actually, I built my first car, and I wasn't even into racing like that. I went to a race, and I just seen how the height was. And I was like, damn, I want to try this shit. And then I went to one race. I raced the car that I put together. And luckily, some kind of way, I don't know how, but I won because I didn't know nothing about driving or none of that.
Wow.
And then, yeah, I just got pumped up off of that. That's how
how did you learn how to build a motor, though?
It took a lot of reading, and I've always worked at a shop. So I worked on like foreign and domestic right out of high school.
Right.
And what I did was I just used to do a lot of reading since I had started getting into the old cars. A lot of reading. Then I just kind of started, in the first probably year or two, it was a lot of trial and error. But a lot of reading helped me get through a lot of it, though.
Okay. Wow. So you had to, you know what? I thought you was going to say I Googled it.
No, I didn't Google it.
Because I Google everything.
Yeah, back then I wasn't on the Google like that for some stuff, but not how it is now. Like now, we can punch it in for anything.
Mm-hmm. You're right.
Yeah, back then I was just trying to. I was around cars, so I was picking up parts here and there, and I might put something together. Let's see if this works, and then just go back and read how things work and kind of like analyze it with what I have done, and then that's kind of like how it started. And I stuck with it for a long, long time. Though it wasn't easy. I stuck with it for a long time.
Now, word on the streets in ATL is you build some bad motors. That's what I heard. I can't verify because I think, the SS might be coming up your way. My SS might be coming up your way, but, I might be able to verify.
Yeah, well, when you bring it, you're going to be able to verify. Verify then you're gonna certify it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I never claimed, just to be the baddest. It just started out like I built a nice car to drive around, but I didn't want it to be slow. And then how it happened was, people were racing, so I just felt that my car was fast, and I just tried to race someone who I guess supposed to had a fast car. And then at that time, I was like, well, damn, maybe my car is kind of fast because I won.
All right, so we'll get right into the fans' question. What's the worst car you've ever had to fix?
The worst car I ever had to fix. Oh, man. What, the type of car or just any particular car?
Either or.
That's not a hard question, but now I'm just trying to figure out. I done had maybe one or two that I just was ready to just throw the whole car away. It was a Cutlass. It was a Cutlass. But I went behind somebody though.
Do you have a lot of problems with those type of jobs where you're having to go behind somebody and correct all their I don't know if mistakes. Well, maybe mistakes.
Maybe I would say probably 50% of the time. A lot of times I don't like to go back because when you start going back, you have to dig way deeper than you intend to fix somebody's mistake.
Right.
So it really just depends on what it is, and I just kind of decide if it's something that I want to mess with. But I probably just about 50% of them I have to go back and fix, where somebody did wrong.
This is a good question. What kind of motor do you specialize in?
Small block. Small block Chevy. Yeah, I build them in my sleep.
Small. So is that the type of motor you built in your first car? A small block?
Yes. My first car was a small block 350. It was the first motor I built for myself.
So do you do big blocks and LSs too?
I do big blocks, LSs. I do not build any LS. I can just do a LS, like put an LS in factory, but I don't actually, tear them down and build them back up. I only build small blocks and big blocks, but for the small blocks, I just 100% understand how they work. So I got a lot of combinations in my head that I can just put together one on a small block.
All right. What is your favorite old school car?
My favorite old school car would probably have to be 72 convertible Cutlass.
Okay. What is a fun fact that the fans would be surprised to know about you?
A fun fact.
Or like, for instance, CEO Larry told us he flies planes. Easy was in a step group. J. Malcolm played either the trumpet or the saxophone. Can't remember which one, but a fact like that. Something we wouldn't know unless you told us.
Oh, man, it's so many.
Look, Monte knows something. Look how he's shaking his hand.
Well, I used to dance too. You know what I'm saying? So everybody know that.
Everybody knows what?
I did used to dance, but I was very, very athletic though. I played all sports in high school.
Oh.
See, that nobody know that. I played all sports. Basketball, football, baseball, track, all that. Quiet, man. Low, don't you start, boy. Don't you start. Somebody say, that's exercise, man. That's from my exercise. You gotta stay in shape. I do skate. A lot.
How do you balance shop life and race and track life with your personal life?
It's kind of sort of easy, but not so much. I mean, with the shop, I spend a lot of time in the shop working. So, I mean, I'm almost last minute with everything when it comes to a race because I be trying to work up to so many hours in the shop. And then before I know it, we're supposed to be at a track at 8, and I just now start putting my tools down at 8:30. So I'm always late for that. I mean, to be truthfully honest about it, but I'm trying to get a little better. I got management right here, so he's trying to get me right on my time.
Get him right, Monte. Get him right. Oh, so all I needed to do was call your manager about getting on here on time, huh?
Yeah. Dang. Yeah. A lot of people think it's hard to get in touch with me. It can be like sometimes in here, I don't have no service in here, but I have so many people that just be calling and not really want anything. So a lot of calls be the same. So sometimes I just don't be answering them because I be focused on working. And then I just try to go back and answer all the missed calls later, but I can't do them all in one day. And I apologize to the people that be calling me. I try, but it's not easy.
Busy is good though, right?
Oh yeah, that's a good thing. Definitely a good thing.
This is a good question. Do you prefer racing on rims or slicks?
That's a good question. I used to only like slicks because I thought that was the only way you could get down the track. But seeing all the guys now with the big rims and stuff on their cars and they making these fast passes and going real fast, I've kind of converted over into the big rim world. So my personal car that I'm building now it's going to be on rims, except for an exception for one person. But other than that, I'm a racing on rims.
What size rims?
24. 24s, right now, probably going to be some Rooshes. Is everybody getting coochie with Rooshes?
Hell no.
But I don't know. Management, we might got another deal. I don't know.
We got a deal.
Sound like management making something happen. So, hey, we gonna go with, the best deal.
I guess so.
Deal on the table. We forced y'all to endorse right now, but we ain't going to speak to other company yet.
What's the most valuable lesson you have learned throughout your time being a mechanic and building on cars?
Anybody building cars or being a mechanic, I would just tell them, no matter what people say, just if it's something that you really want to do it. And don't worry about what the people say. Because it's been a lot of times like this with working on cars, I felt like, man, this gets real complicated, especially with the people not understanding how it works. But at the end of the day, I just never gave up and I just stuck with it. And now it's just really like, once upon a time, I tried to walk away from it because a lot of people don't know I used to paint cars as well. But it seemed like I always go back to working on cars. Like I can get bored and I always come back to the cars. So I would just tell people if they got their mindset on one thing, just stay focused and keep doing it.
What about from a perspective of being a person who's building a car to race? What is a valuable lesson you've learned about that?
Being a person I could say putting quality. How can I make this make sense? Let's see. Spending your money in the right place and buying quality stuff for the intended purpose of what you're going to use the car for. I learned a valuable lesson at that.
A little birdie told me because I was talking to someone about getting my car painted, what shops I was going to send the car to for paint and the motor and stuff like that. And a little birdie, I did know you used to paint cars because a little birdie said to me, maybe D will paint your car because, he does that or he used to do that. So they told me that it might be a possibility that when I send the car to get the internals, like the heart and the lungs and stuff, that it might come out looking pretty too. So we'll I just want to drop that jewel on you.
Okay, let it marinate a little bit. Okay.
What advice would you give to anyone looking to be in the big rim racing world?
Stay away from that.
That's a good one.
Boy, man.
Can I repeat that? In the big rim racing world, nobody move, nobody get hurt. Stay away from SSP, I guess. No, hold on, hit me with my thoughts.
Advice could be given about it.
That's trying to put. You said that's trying to put a big rim car together.
That's trying to race it.
Right.
I would definitely say, if you plan on making a lot of power, make sure you spend the money in the right places. A lot of people spend all the money in the motor and they forget about the transmission. They forget about drive shaft, rear end, axles. I mean, you can put 10,000 in the motor, and if you don't make it down the track, that ain't gonna make you the fastest car. So I would definitely say make sure if you plan on going fast and making power that you spend money in the right area so you ain't breaking stuff, especially at the line. Yeah, that's the worst way. For me, that's the worst way to lose. That's the worst way to lose a race is to break at the line because someone right or a part failed at the line. Oh man, I'm gonna just get out on the line and cry.
So switching gears to talking about big rim racing. So I asked this question to all the guys, and it's always amazing to me to see the different answers. About 80% of them say almost the same thing, but I'll ask you and get your thoughts on it. 2-part question. What do you think is helping big rim racing, and what is hurting big rim racing?
Oh man. Helping it, I would say the fact that people see a lot of people putting these cars on rims, because, you know, it was once upon a time where if you had a rim on your car, you know, you wouldn't think it can go down the track as fast as it can. It wouldn't hook and stuff like that. So I think that now people can see that you can actually put rims on the car and make it go just as fast as a car with slicks. That's helping the big wheel culture. So you got a lot of people nowadays building cars and putting rims on them just to race on big rims. And you can do it with your car looking good now. I mean, you can, you know, they got cars with music and everything in them now. So I think that's helping it right now a lot. My personal opinion. Hurting it. I think a lot of the what y'all call the cap races that they set up. A lot of people with the arguing and saying they're gonna race and do this and that, and then it's never a race and stuff like that.
Just to sell shows.
You know, a lot of races that they throwing sell shows, and that's it. And the racing ain't going on. I think that's what's hurting it.
So a lot of maybe 80% of the guys, the helping part was a different variation of, like, some of them said different things. But the hurting part, when I asked them what was hurting it, a lot of them said it was the bickering and arguing and going back and forth. It was the not racing at the show, waiting till 10, 11 o'clock at night, waiting to race. Why do you think if maybe 80% of the guys feel like they know the problem, it's hard to rectify the problem?
Some of that I kind of think is a part of the racing, like going back and forth in the arguing, because both parties have to agree on the race. So a lot of time what people understand, a lot of people don't want to run their car at the peak of the day because of the heat. You know what I'm saying? Cars run better when they're cooler, so they want to wait till later in the evening to race the cars. And then it's all about, too, I think personally, having a fair race, you know, making sure both cars sit the same way. You know, if one is going to run on this, one is going to run on that. I think it's just about making sure it's a fair race between both parties as far as the terms and conditions of the race. You know, one might agree on the eighth of a mile, one might agree on a quarter mile. So that's an argument right there until both parties come to an agreement. So I think that's a lot of times, you know, that can be a cause of it. But then, too, you just got some people that just like to talk and ain't going to never race, period.
This is a great question. What is the difference between race talk and disrespect?
Race talk to me is when you keeping it, you know, everybody talk their shit, but as long as you keep it about racing and about the cars, then it's cool. But when you take it beyond racing and you start bringing in other factors, you know, I think that's when it distinguishes the difference between race talk and then just talking shit, bringing all the other factors in. You know, exactly. Like, you know, bringing in the factors of what this person have and bringing in somebody else's car about racing or you know, how they, a lot of stuff they be saying, P-word this and nigga that, and, you know, it's just a lot of other things. I done heard a lot of stuff people saying. I be like, whoa, what that got to do with racing? I bend you over and I'm going to do you the long way. Don't do me none of that shit. I want to race. So, you know, somebody say that to me, I'm like, wait a minute, pump your brakes. That's how I look at it. But talking crap, that's a part of the race. Like I'm the type of person, whatever I dish out, I can accept. But don't talk trash to me and then you can't accept what I'm gonna say. Cause once you light the match and the fire lit, I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna keep going. That's just how I am. I mean, to each his own.
So you're a real smack talker. Like,
yeah, I don't stop. Once you go there, it's on. Let's do it. Let's see who's gonna tap out first.
Oh wow! Remind me never to get in an argument with you. This is a great question. Would you ever build a dunk?
Like for myself or for customer?
Yeah, it says a dunk to race.
That's kind of a good question. I just built a motor that I'm doing for a 73 Don't Now convertible. It's a family built vehicle, drive around. It's gonna have AC and everything, but you know, we got somebody down here claiming they the fastest dunk in Atlanta, so I'm gonna try it out. We're gonna try it out and we're gonna see. So I'm building a dunk now.
I wonder who that is, the fastest dunk in Atlanta.
I mean, I think we all know. I think we all know who he think he is.
So I think I asked this to Monte, and I think he declined to tell me, but I'm gonna try again. What does SSP stand for?
SSP. Well, now that I got everything in order and where it need to be, SSP, I can really say what it stands for now, but it stands for Serious Street Performance.
Okay.
Yeah, he didn't want to mention it then because, you know, we were going through making sure we had everything, all our ducks in a row, you know, with the business name. But now we got that taken care of, you know, I can say it what it is now.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a lot of people don't like that though. They don't like it. They say it's for super slow performing, but they won't race me. I don't know what's going on.
I seen somebody say that in the comments, and I was wondering if you saw it, but I was just like, okay, well maybe he knows them.
Yeah, they all say that, but you know, I'm just waiting on them. I'm just waiting on them to call one of them out, and you know, we're gonna make it happen.
Once your car is ready, who is your first victim? Who you want to race first?
The world knows this. I don't even have to say it. The world knows who the first victim is. It's a little bitty dude. He's a little bitty dude on the east side. He builds motors too. They know him as Little Pooh. He's the first person I won't race a soul in Atlanta until I race him.
Well, why?
It's a long story, a whole lot of back and forth of who do this the best, who do that the best. So I guess like over the years it done built up so much, that's gonna be the only way we solve it, my car versus his car. And then after that, a lot of people don't know. I mean, I just like to do it for fun, so I'm really gonna do a lot of traveling with the car, but I'm gonna do a lot of big real racing though, and I want to race a lot of the big guys. Like for what I'm building, I plan to come out. I want to race a lot of the big guys that's going down through there on the rim.
Tell us what cars are in your camp. What not necessarily the drivers, or you can tell us the drivers, but what types of cars are in your camp? Somebody asked what y'all had to call out.
Okay, right. Well, right now you talking about the cars that I had that I'm gonna race with.
Yes.
Okay. Well, of course we got the box Chevy. We got Monte box Chevy. We got the white Monte Carlo SS D&D. We got my other buddy. He got the Regal that we've been racing already on the rims, and then we got my car that's coming out, which is a Malibu. I got a Malibu. I got two G bodies, but whichever one I bring out, it's gonna be set up to run on the rims. So 4 cars that's gonna be on kill everywhere we go. That you know how I'm setting them up. We just want to race. You know what I'm saying? It really ain't gonna matter what you got. We're gonna be ready for whatever.
Someone asked, do you work on Buick motors?
I have before. I worked on Buick and Oldsmobile. But to me, the outcome that they produce with the amount of money you put in them, to me, just don't be worth it. And then the time that it take to do it and how they set up. So I try to stay away from them. But if somebody just, you know, got their mind made up, that's what they want, then I'll go ahead and do it.
Where do you see your brand in 5 years?
In 5 years, the picture that I have for it, it would be one of the, I'm gonna say, it probably would be one of the top names to go for a person to go and have a motor or engine built. And in 5 years, I plan on being like a one-stop shop. So if a person wanted to build a whole car, they can drop it off and we'll be able to do everything.
I just happen to know this chick in Florida that has a car that, you know, you may want to start that trend of your shop being a one-stop shop. She has a SS Monte Carlo that might be coming your way. And, you know, you could go ahead and, you know, get your feet wet with it.
Okay. Okay. Camaros. Oh, yeah, we do Camaros, too. Somebody asked about the Camaros. I do the third gens. F-bodies. The first gens, too. No, second gens. I got a third gen shot right now that I just built. I got 2 Camaros in the shot that I just built right now.
Where do you think big rim racing will be in 5 years?
In 5 years, think so? I think it's still gonna be big in 5 years because you got a lot of people that, you know, getting into it and building their cars up to that point to big real race. I mean, I look at it just like slicks, how far it came from 1970s and 80s with slicks, and everybody want to build a car to race on slicks. I think the big real gonna be the same way. You're gonna always have somebody that's seeing it and then gonna want to build it to big real race. That's what I think.
That's a great answer. Tell the people how they can get in contact with you and talk to you about getting that SSP touch put on their motor.
I mean, you can hit me up by phone. A lot of times, if I don't answer, text me. Like I said, I get so many calls of a lot of people that just, I'm not gonna say just be talking, but some of the questions people ask, it just be like, really? And then you have to hear so many of them. So I hear so many of them a day. Like I said, I can't get to them all. So it's best if a person calls me and you can't reach me, just text me, tell me what you got you trying to working on, or you can hit me in my DM. I do check those at the end of the day, every day, but it be a lot of those too. I do like 10 a day, and then I hit them back. But by the time you going back and forth answering 10 questions per person, man, you get tired. So the next day I had to pick off. The best way is call and leave text and leave a text message. That's the best way.
Can you hear me? It sounds like your manager need to get you a secretary.
We working on it. I'm accepting applications for secretaries. Anybody need a part-time job being a secretary? SSP accepting application.
This shit personal. Secretary ain't gonna really work.
ain't gonna work. Oh,
it's personal. It ain't gonna work.
I got somebody said ready to drop off now. Oh yeah. We should go to school.
Those were all my questions. This is your time. Oh, I do have one last question. How did you come up with the name Zukrider?
Zukrider? Okay, well, now Zukrider was before I actually started working on cars. A lot of people don't know that. So before I even started working on cars, I used to race motorcycles. So I was a bad guy on the motorcycle. And the motorcycle that I rode, it was Zukrider1000. So that's kind of where the name came from. And at the time, I was already Zukrider1000 when I started the Instagram. So yeah, I started the Instagram riding bikes, and then it kind of just fell off, and then I kind of started doing the car thing, and I never just changed the name. I probably should change it though, huh? Because Zukrider had nothing to do with the car. No,
because now people, that's what they know you as.
Zukrider. Well, yeah, you're right. Yeah, but that's where that came from, motorcycles. I was a real motorcycle rider.
Zukrider is literally your brand now, so if you changed it now, they'll be like, who is, like if you were to comment on something, and I've known you as this name all that time, and then you comment, I'd be like, who this is? I don't know him.
Right. Makes sense.
So this is the time in the interview when you get to talk your shit. What you gotta say? We want to hear what you want to say.
I can talk my shit. I can talk my shit. Okay.
Go ahead.
This is what I gotta say. Me and hold on, I got me, him, my other boy. All y'all that's been talking shit about SAP saying we super slow. We got them summit starter packs.
Yeah.
It won't be long. We gonna fuck some folks up. Do y'all hear me? Every night, this is what I'm gonna do. Every night, I got a jar. I got all their names on a piece of paper. Every night at 7 o'clock, I'm gonna go live. I'm gonna shake that little jar up. I'm gonna open the top. I'm gonna reach my little hand in there. And I'm going to pick a name. I'm going to open it up. And whoever name on there, I'm calling their ass the fuck out. All you got to do is say, you ready or you ain't. If you ready, we locking in and we going to dance. That's how this going to work. I'm going to kill all that about the SSP Talk 2020.
Well, when can we expect to see that start? Because I can't wait.
We already started.
Well, we started, but we got to ask, what they call them, Trump. We got to ask Trump. Because with the virus shut down, we don't know what Trump going to let us do. So soon as Trump let us know what's going on, some ass whooping finna start.
Soon as y'all come out of quarantine?
Yeah, as soon as the quarantine over with, I'm talking about I'm letting my car off the lease.
Yeah.
In the third gen, I dropped a small block 400.
Nick Martin, you say you just said?
What you say, bro?
2019, we fucked the game up.
Oh, see, that's what I'm saying. I forgot about that. 2019, we already took over the street, and we came out on the rim. They didn't like that. So that's why they said all that what they said. So now, 2020, I'm going to make a believer out of me with my car. Because they think I ain't got no car. I probably had a car now, let's see, maybe 2 years, because I be so busy working on cars. But I've always had a car, but I just push my car to the side in the corner. I work on it here and there every chance I get. But now, I'm gonna shut the operation down 1 week, 7 days. I'm putting mine together. When I come out, I told you, that little jar with them names in it, I'm shaking it up. We pulling it out, and we racing at least 3 times out the week.
You gonna put your car together in 7 days?
7 days.
Can we see that? Can you send me pictures or
this what they don't know, though. This what they don't know. The white car that I built.
Right.
That one right there.
Right.
I put that car together in 48 hours. A dude came to me and said he gonna do all this to me. I built the car in 48 hours. We went out. We raced them. From that one race, we won how many races straight? 11? 11 races. Like 11 straight off of a 48-hour motor bill. And the car did not tear up. So 7 days, that's more than no time.
So I definitely want to see that documented. You don't post a lot. I can see that. But we gonna
I don't. I'm trying to get better with that.
Send it to your manager. He'll post it.
Yeah, he'll be on it. But I'm trying to get better with posting. See, I be working so much, I forget about posting. Then by the time I think about posting, the motor halfway done. I be like, damn, I forgot to record. I catch on the next one. It don't work.
That's where your secretary come in at. She'll come in and get them pictures.
Yeah, you right. What's up, Mark?
But anyway, this was a very informative interview. It was great to see all you guys together. You know what always has impressed me about you guys from the time I met, because of course I met Monte first, and then he hit me to the rest of the team. You guys have always been like a family, and I think that's the thing that's most impressive to me when it comes to race teams or shops or whatever. I don't know what you guys would call yourself, but that's the most impressive thing to me. You guys are like family, and I think, just from my opinion, that's going to make you guys go a long way in this world, in this culture. And then that's probably going to get KP cars sent to y'all. So you need to thank Monte and let him get a paycheck for that money you're finna get off of me.
He already in. We look at it like it's no. We look at it as everything is a teamwork. We all do it as a team. Nobody better than nobody. Everybody get their hands dirty. We all help out when need to. I had somebody the other day walk up to me and say he want to race us, but I said, which car you want to race? He said he want the big dog. I said, well, we all a big dog. So all you got to do is pick one of us. That's it. Whichever car you pick, it's going to be the big dog.
So you told him pretty much told him pick a car, any car.
Any car you want to. Every last one of them a big dog.
Well, D, I really appreciate you sitting down to answer the fans' questions. This was really a fun interview, and I ain't gonna try to lowball you, but we need to talk so we can come up with a figure that suits my pockets and your pockets, and then the SS will be on the way to Atlanta.
Okay, we'll definitely do that. I got you. I'll make sure I get the best deal for you.
All right. Well, thank you so much. We really appreciate it, guys. Everybody have a good night. We'll talk to y'all soon. And we got. I think I got 2 members of the team down. How many more I got to go? 2. Which I got 5 of y'all. 4.
Yeah. What's it, 5?
Okay, so Mario might not do it. But whoever that is back there, if I'm not already following him, you need to send me his page because he looked like he'll do it. That one right there in the white Beater, he looked like he'll do it.
Oh, that's illegal Regal right there.
That one there, yeah. Send me his IG. Let me make sure I'm following him because he will get on the interview. I can see that now.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff coming though. I'm gonna let him see. Oh, what was that?
All right. Well, thank you so much for sitting down to answer our questions. We really appreciate it. And all you guys have a great night.
All right.
All right. Thank you.